Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted in the various groups from around the world. Today is the 7th day in our celebrations of the month of the Ramanujans. This celebration is unique to the Sri Narayan Dham here in Durban, South Africa. Last month, in the south of India, 20 days were celebrated, wherein the 4,000 hymns or the Divya Prabandhams of the Alvars were sung continuously for 20 days. This series is to celebrate the absoluteness of Sanatan Dharma. And in doing so, we retrace our steps back to the Supreme. So the Vaishnavites will say that Lord Sriman Narayan or Vishnu is the Supreme Lord. The Shaivites will say Lord Shiva is the Supreme Lord. And those that follow the Shakti system will say that Mother Durga or Mother Kali is the Supreme Being. It is in this series that we need to boldly and without any fear bring forth all these different understandings and see which is true and which is not true. Vashni, wearing a sari today? The Vashni is always shocking the Guru, either through good or bad, but the Guru always gets a shock. So we need to use logic, inference, and scriptures. We need to use authorized scriptures, we need to use logic, and we need to use inference, and we can also use perception. Perception is what you perceive with your senses. When perception fails, then you use inference. When inference fails, then you use authorized scriptures. So in this month, without a shadow of a doubt, we declare, without any fear, we declare boldly that there is no other greater than Lord Sriman Narayan. We declare this across the world. We declare this to every Sanatan Dharma. We declare this to every atheist. We declare this to every trans-theist. And we declare this to every theist, boldly, that Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Lord. And we state this not through perception, not through inference, but through bona fide scriptural injunctions. And this took Lord Sri Ramanuj his entire lifetime. He lived for 120 years. And when he was born, this confusion existed in all parts of India. This confusion existed in all parts of India. And Lord Sri Ramanuj systematically, through scriptural injunctions, disputed all other belief systems and re-established that Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Being, none higher, none higher. And he used 60 years of his life to discard all other religious systems that were in vogue in those days. So these teachings and these discourses that I expound from the Sri Narayan Dham is validated through a bona fide authorized systems of gurus. And I want to explain it very simply, and I want you to understand it as simply as I explain it. Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Bhagavad Gita was spoken to prove His supremacy. The Bhagavad Gita was spoken to prove His supremacy. Whose supremacy? Sita? Lord Ramanuj is not in the Bhagavad Gita. Sita? Lord Ramanuj is not in the Bhagavad Gita. I am talking about Lord Sriman Narayan. Sita? Alcohol is bad during the month of Ramanujans. It will confuse you. Sita? What have you been drinking last night because you were not in satsang? Which party you went to? Sita? The Bhagavad Gita was spoken to prove the supremacy of Lord Sriman Narayan. And the Bhagavad Gita is one of the authorized scriptures in the Sanatan Dharma system. Narayan Queen, how are you? Have you listed all your faults that you're going to tell the world today? Can we give the rest of your family time, or will you take all the time?
No, there's enough time.
There's enough time?
There's enough time.
Okay. All right. Then we have the Brahma Sutras. The Brahma Sutras prove the supremacy of Lord Sriman Narayan. Brahma Sutras is the second authorized scripture that is used in Sanatan Dharma. And then we have the Upanishads of the Vedas. And when these Upanishads are synthesized, through this synthesis, it is proven without a shadow of a doubt that Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Lord. Okay? So all the scriptures in Sanatan Dharma claim that there is only one Supreme Personality, and that is Lord Sriman Narayan. Argument? Closed. Argument? Closed. If there is any other system declaring any other entity as the Supreme Lord, then that system is a fake system, because it is not part of Sanatan Dharma. And I am talking about Sanatan Dharma. I am talking about Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma is colloquially known as Hinduism. So I'm talking about Hinduism. The correct term for this system is Sanatan Dharma. And in Sanatan Dharma, there is a segment called Vedanta. And Vedanta means end of conclusion. And the Upanishads is the conclusion of all of the Vedas. And if the Upanishad states with absolute clarity that Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then all other systems fall flat on their back. All of you understand? And these are declarations we make in Sita. Not through emotion, not through inference, not through perception, solidly through scriptural injunctions. Pramila, we're not hinting. We're not, no hinting, no gossiping. No hinting, no gossiping. Dave, I said that the Sri Narayan Dham 1 + 1 must equal to 2. We are not too intelligent. We are very, very simple and common sensical. We read the Vedas, and what God said, we say. Queen, what God said, we say. Because we are not intelligent. We are not, Queen? Intelligent. Whatever God said in the Vedas, the Guru sits on the Vyasasana and states whatever God stated. When Arjuna asked Lord Sri Krishna to show him his spiritual form, what did Lord Sri Krishna show Arjuna? Tana, have you been drinking with Sita? Well, I just said you all two have been drinking. Sita is confirming it. When Arjuna asked Lord Sri Krishna to show him his divine form, which form did Lord Sri Krishna show Arjuna? Sorry? Four-letter form. Sita, I think you're due for a four-letter from me. A four-letter word from me today. Sita. Lord Sri Krishna showed him his Narayan form. Is? Yes or no? Is it in the Bhagavad Gita? Yes. To which parents was Lord Sri Krishna born? And which form was Lord Sri Krishna born when he was a small baby, as soon as he was born? With 4 hands. And his parents begged of him, please retract your 2 hands and live like an ordinary human being. Yes or no? So is that not scriptural evidence to show that Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Lord who incarnated as Lord Ram and Lord Sri Krishna? Is that not evidence to show? And please, I am begging all my bhajan singers, if you sing the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna mantra, you must start with Sita, I'm going to kill you. You start with Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Don't twist the mantra. The mantra has been twisted to achieve a particular meaning. At the Sri Sampradaya, everything is original and from the Upanishads. And this mantra is found in the Upanishad as Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's how it is found. This Sri Sampradaya is not a Chinese institution. Sri Sampradaya is not a Chinese institution where you copy a part. You also Chinese trucks. It looks like Mercedes. It even has the Mercedes signs, but it is made with copied parts. The Sri Sampradaya is original. It is original, bona fide. It is found in the scriptures. It is found in the scriptures. There are institutions that took Queen's face and Sita's body and made Queen Sita and Sita Queen. All right? You all understand? So, here in this satsang, please, if you want to sing that mantra, it's fine. We have no problem. But you sing it as it was originally sung. Don't twist that mantra to achieve a particular purpose. Hare Rama and then Hare Krishna. The Ramayana came long before the Mahabharata. The Ram avatar came before the Krishna avatar. So the mantra will follow logically and systematically. All right, Dave? When you sing in that mantra, how you going to sing it? Sing it for me, I want to hear. Dave, bye. Sing, don't feel shy. Yes, now I'll put you there by Mataji and Mama and Dana. All right? Are there any questions up to this point? Any questions up to this point? So if Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Lord, then it will be logical to infer that the absolute and the purest knowledge emanates from him. Yes or no? Because he is the source, and the absolute and purest knowledge must, the source have to be the reservoir. Yes or no? Nilandri, yes or no? Then knowledge cannot be contained. Knowledge cannot be contained. And all the gossipers, you all know this. Gossipers, you all know this or not, Queen? 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 Do the gossipers know that knowledge cannot be contained? Yes, not even 1 minute. Queen, not even 1 minute. In the olden days, it could be contained. People should have sleepless nights with knowledge because they couldn't tell someone. They were miserable with all that knowledge they had. Today you have WhatsApp. You know what happened to Acharyaji? Queen? You know what Acharyaji said at satsang today? Queen? That knowledge is moving. Yes, Queen?
Yes, Queen.
So knowledge cannot be contained. You have to tell someone what you know. So Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Lord. He is the source and reservoir of all knowledge. But he has to tell someone. Roj Bhai, all your knowledge, where does it go to? No, you tell Bhabhi first. She is the authority of your knowledge. Your knowledge, Roj Bhai. Has to go to the wife, and she say, discard this, discard that. Okay, we'll use this, because wife is the boss of knowledge. True, Rajbhai?
Yes, 100%.
Hey, look at my man. I'm waiting for you to get initiated. You're going to sit right next to the Guru here and face this way. So who would Lord Sriman Narayan reveal all his knowledge to? To Mother Lakshmi. Yes, logical? Logical, common sense? So the recipient of all Vedic knowledge, the first recipient of all Vedic knowledge is who? Is there any entity that is higher than Mother Lakshmi? Besides Lord Sriman Narayan. So if Mother Lakshmi is the first recipient of all Vedic knowledge from Lord Sriman Narayan, and if she has an institution that expounds this knowledge, then which institution will be the highest knowledge-bearing institution in all dimensions? Queen? Satish? I saw Rakesh and I had a mini heart attack. He said he was here yesterday. I said, yes, that's why I got a mini heart attack. You here today too? 2 days in a row, satsang. Rakesh has a way of surprising the Guru. Rakesh bhai?
Yes, Guruji.
I think you're winning and Guru is losing. Again, let us understand this. If Mother Lakshmi is the first recipient of the absolute knowledge that exists, and she has an institution, then which institution will be the source of the highest knowledge? Her institution. Jessica? Whose? Mother Lakshmi's institution. Because her husband or her consort is the source of all knowledge, and there is hardly any difference between her and her consort. So this absolute knowledge, she will be the first recipient. Yes or no? And her institution is called the Sri Sampradaya, of which the Sri Narayan Dham is an spiritual affiliate. Sri Narayan Dham here in Durban, South Africa is a spiritual affiliate. Then the knowledge that streamed from Lord Sriman Narayan, gushed unto Mother Lakshmi, came down through a perfect disciplic succession, which we call the Purva Acharyas, all the way since time immemorial up until the end of Dwapara Yuga, brought forward side by side with Purva Acharyas and the 12 Alvars up until the time it disappeared. When we say knowledge disappear, where does the knowledge disappear to? Queen? Question and answer sessions are getting difficult. Queen might hit a duck tomorrow. Satsang is getting hot.
You read my mind, Guruji.
Satsang is getting hot. Queen got better things to do, satisfied, than sit and get interrogated in a live satsang. People might not buy her cakes anymore. She might be losing her customers. What was the question, Queen?
I got a rat, I even forgot, Guruji.
Where the knowledge disappears.
Where does the knowledge disappear, Queen? It disappears from the minds of human beings. Those living entities that take human body, this knowledge which exists in the soul of every living entity, the entire Vedas exist in the soul of every living entity. When you become a human being, Queen, then through your intellect, you can withdraw this knowledge that is banked in your soul. You can withdraw this knowledge that's banked in your soul. The entire Vedas is banked in your soul. But when you go to the bank of your soul, you must have an authorized deposit or withdrawal slip signed by the bank manager. Queen? You like this knowledge to be revealed to you? That belongs to you, it's your right. This Vedic knowledge is the right of every living entity. It is your property. It is your property. Vedic knowledge is your property. It resides within your soul. It is the essence of your soul, Queen. It is the essence of your soul. You have a right to this knowledge. It is your intellectual property. It is your intellectual property. And it is for this reason that Mother Lakshmi runs the Sri Sampradaya. It is for this reason that Mother Lakshmi runs the Sri Sampradaya, so that she can give you your own asset, which is knowledge, back to you. And once you have knowledge, Divashni, what happens? Divashni, do you have knowledge where your dad is at this point in time? So you're stressed out. But when you get knowledge where your dad is at this point in time, no stress. Yes or no? And once you have knowledge of everything that's in the Vedas, do you have to stress? No stress, because now you know. Now you know. Our greatest stress is Ashil? Not knowing. What you don't know, Ashil? Talk. Guru is here to help you. Boy or girl first, Ashil? You stressed? Might be a girl. Might be twin girls, Ashil. You lose your hair 20 years before your father, Ashil.
I'm already getting gray.
3 women to contend with, Ashil. Or maybe more. And I'm not talking about mom.
Guru is stressing me out.
So you need knowledge, my boy. Siddharth, put Ashil in next year's initiation, because knowledge comes through initiation. First step to receive knowledge, Ashil Bhai, is through initiation. And the quicker you initiate, the faster you will know. The faster you will know. And as soon as you know, you'll never have to say, "You're stressing me out, Guru." Are there any questions? Am I making you understand the simplicity of spirituality and the absolute truth? This is how simple the absolute truth is. This is how simple the absolute truth is. Premila, you don't have to bust any coconuts to get this truth. This truth is not hidden in any coconut. Premila, poor coconuts. How many thousands in your life, Premila? How hard busting, Premila? There are many Premilas here. I'm just naming one Premila, but I'm talking to all the Premilas. Queen, how many coconuts did you bust?
Yeah, not good.
Are there any questions? Have you all understood? Are there any questions that you want to ask? You think it was necessary for the Sri Narayan Dham to create this 22 days of satsang? You think it is beneficial? Can you see the potency of what we are doing? This is our own satsang. This is not a spiritual calendar satsang. This is our own satsang. And because of its potency, during COVID-19, we are the only spiritual or religious organization in Reservoir Hills that's having satsang. Yes or no?
Yes.
Ashrams are closed, yes or no?
Yes.
Temples are closed, yes or no?
Yes.
But the Sri Narayan Dham continues to march on and on and on, because we have spiritual potency. Why do you want to come to satsang, Queen, every day?
I feel peaceful when I'm here.
A royal answer. Yes? And the only place you can get peace is in a spiritual bubble. Yes or no? You can only attain peace in a spiritual capsule. And the Sri Narayan Dham continues to prove itself as a spiritual capsule. All you have to do is come to satsang, listen to the bhajans, listen to the discourse, have your meal, walk around, and go home, and you'll still have the energy to come back tomorrow for the next satsang. Even if you're brand new and get whacked, brand new and you get whacked, you still come for more whacking. Because spiritual whacking is blissful. Spiritual whacking is blissful. Yes? Yes? So I said we are celebrating the month of the Ramanujans. It started from my two gurus, my Adi Guru, Lord Sri Ramanuj, and my personal spiritual master, Swami Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. But yesterday we declared that it's not about them. Who's the Ramanujans? Those that are attending satsang. You are the Ramanujans. And we are celebrating you. We are celebrating you. Because you are the soldiers. You are the soldiers that's fighting Kali Yuga. Because every time we have a satsang like this, what happens to the Kali Yuga dimension? It gets weaker and weaker. Yes or no? What day today? Tuesday. Where would we have been in this lockdown today? No temple. How many of us would have been fasting? In this time from 7 to 8, what would our thoughts have been? When? What would you have been thinking of?
Probably been watching TV or something.
You understand? So when you come to satsang, what are you telling the evil forces? Dave?
Stay away.
Beware. There is an army that is forming in Reservoir Hills, and it's coming to annihilate you. It's coming to annihilate you. Take cover. Take cover. You see this tilak in the front here? At the foot of Lord Sriman Narayan, that tilak. Once I put it on Rosh Bhai's head and Satish Bhai's head, there won't be one evil force on the African continent. All the tokloshers, all the jinns, they are going to take cover. All right? This is the feet of Lord Sriman Narayan. This is the feet of Lord Sriman Narayan. And our head is surrendered to the feet of the Lord. And that is the purpose of the tilak on the forehead, declaring that we are surrendered devotees of Lord Sriman Narayan. All of you understand? And you must wear it proudly when you receive your initiation. And we've stated and tried and tested, what do you learn from Islam? Every religion is here to teach you something. What do you learn from Islam? Muslims are in prayer the entire day. They ritually perform their prayers 5 times a day, but they are in prayer or worship the entire day. They speak of their Guru the whole day in every sentence. Prophet Muhammad is their Guru. Allah is the Lord. Guru, when you mention the name of your Guru, when you mention the name of the Lord, you are in worship. That is worship, Premila, not busting coconuts, taking milk and banana. That is not worship. Worship is constant remembrance of the name of the Lord. You saw Muslims taking bananas and milk to the mosque? Haven't seen? Have you all seen how economically progressive they are? Have you seen how socially progressive they are? Have you seen how religiously progressive they are? They are progressive in every facet of their life. They can go in a deep, dark corner and open a business, and 2 weeks later, they are minting it. Why? Because they are in constant worship. And we Sanatan Dharmis, we are in constant, not denial, demand. We are in constant demand. Before you light your lamp in the morning, Jessica, order is already there. I'm lighting this lamp to pray to you this morning so that my husband don't get Raj Bansi's wig, as he stated last night. You understand? There is a want. Have you ever lit the lamp and said, Mother Lakshmi, thank you. I love you. Thank you, Mother Lakshmi. Have you ever did that? Any Hindu. You hit a grocery list all night. You get up in the morning. You recall that grocery list. You have a bath with that grocery list of demands. You come there. You press the wick anyhow. As long as the lamp is lit. And you think, Jessica, you did Mother Lakshmi a favor by lighting that lamp? Lord Narayan already lit her up. She is prosperity from Lord Sriman Narayan. I don't think Jessica is going to light a lamp. Do you all understand? Look at how scientific and clinical Islam is. The only thing they know is to revere the Lord. Yes or no? Yes. You think a Muslim feel ashamed to dress their attire in public? Satish Bhai, if they had to wear dhotis, you think they'll be ashamed? They'll be wearing dhoti to court every morning. Yes or no? Yes. So this is why they are progressive, because the Lord is the same. The Lord is the same. No difference between Allah and Lord Narayan. Instructions are the same. Yes or no? Yes. I said yesterday, Lord Narayan, if you worship Lord Narayan, you'll get everything. Did I say that yesterday? Yes. Why will you get everything? Because He pervades everything. Because He pervades everything. So you can get everything. Jai Sriman.